so this is a rear shock on Suzuki RF900, and the reason why I'm showing this to you is because a lot of people buy those motorcycles and basically ride without any changing of the suspension settings, and who knows, maybe the guy who had the bike before you had it on a soft side, or maybe on a hard side, or maybe just standard. So it's actually a good idea to have a look at how to adjust this suspension, and this shock has full adjustability. So here you see this crown, so this is how you adjust the springs preload. And I've been told by a couple of fellas on RF900 Facebook forum that this is a hard job, and I'm going to be bleeding trying to adjust that, so I'm not looking forward to this. But anyway, so this is your springs preload. To adjust it, you've got to use this special key which is in the toolkit. So you grab it like that, and then you turn it left or right, so clockwise or anti-clockwise, depending on what you want to achieve. So this has 7 notches there. So this is let me just grab a screwdriver. So you see it's got those notches here, right? So this is the first one, second one, third one. You see, I am currently, this mark here is showing my current setting, so I'm on the 3rd notch. So this is the first one, second, that's the 3rd one. And that's actually a bit on the soft side, because the standard setting from the factory is 4, and this has 7 notches. So for solo standard riding, according to service manual, in standard setting this should be on 4. So if you want to add more preload, you're turning right over there, right? So if you want to have more preload, you're grabbing it like this and you're turning it over there towards the right. If you want to have less preload, then you grab it here and you turn it towards the left, and that's going to give you less preload. Now, the reason why I'm talking about all this is because you should have different settings for 2-up riding. So if you carry a passenger on the pillion, that setting on springs preload should be a very different setting. And according to Suzuki's manual, this should actually go to notch number 6. And I'm currently on 3. And I was just wondering, why is my bike handling so badly with the passenger at the back? Because I'm really on the wrong setting when it comes to that. So I'm going to have to turn it from 3 to 6, or at least 5, to notice a difference. So this is your springs preload. We'll go back to it in a moment. Here at the bottom you'll see a number 1, and using that knob you can adjust the rebound damping, and the standard setting is 1. But for 2-up riding, Suzuki recommends 2, so I'm going to turn it towards the right. That's 2. And then you've got number 3 if you want even more, and then 4 is the max. But obviously I'm not going to be messing around with this. I'm just going to go for 2 just here, because that's what Suzuki recommends for 2-up riding. So I'm going to leave that on 2. And then there's a third place where you can adjust your shock, which is this little reservoir here. And as you can see, there's a little gauge here with S and H. So S is soft, H is hard, obviously. So to adjust that, you'll need a flat screwdriver, because there's a little knob here, and that allows you to adjust it. So the standard setting is 1 full turn anti-clockwise from the hardest. So let's just turn it to the hardest. So half a turn, and that's actually, yeah, so that's it, that's the hardest setting. So the standard factory setting is 1 full turn from that. Going clockwise you make it harder, going counterclockwise you make it softer. So for 2-up riding, on the compression damping, this has to be on 1 full turn from the hardest. From the rebound damping, this has to be on 2. And then the hardest job is going to be, again, as I said, the springs preload, which according to Suzuki's manual, that should be on the 6th notch, and there's 7 notches, so this should be quite hard. So I'm going to try to turn it now, and we'll see how it goes. Okay then, so once again, just to repeat, the springs preload on RF900 on a standard factory shock has 7 stages. The standard setting is 4. and if you carry a passenger, this should be at least 6 according to Suzuki's manual. But obviously, if it depends on your weight and passenger's weight and some other things. If you carry luggage, probably that has to be even more than 6. So anyway, at the moment I'm on notch 3, which is not what I really need for 2-up riding, so I'm going to have to turn it at least to number 5, ideally 6. So to put more preload, we're actually turning it counterclockwise. So I'm going to put the key in. Oh shit, yeah, they didn't lie. This is flipping hard. Oh, son of a... Holy shit, I didn't expect this to be so hard. Right, let me just grab it. Better. Come on, you son of a... Let me tell you fellas, that is really, really hard. Okay, yeah, so I've gone to notch number 4. So this is the standard setting. So I want to get at least one more turn. Holy shit, this is hard. You know, I've been told this is going to be hard. This is bloody true. Okay, so I've got another one. So this is notch number 5. Alright, and I could go one more up, but I think I'm going to really struggle with it. It gets harder and harder. Okay, and that way I've gone to notch number 6. See, there's only one notch there, the 7th one. So I'm now ready for 2-up riding, and that's the way you adjust the suspension on RF 900.